This conference will now be recorded.
In the last session, we were discuss about types of variables. So that is instance variables, that is object level variables. Next, static variables, that are class level variables, and local variables, that is method level variables. So we were discuss about instance variables up to now. So instance variables means if the value of the variable is varied from object to object, then such type of variables are called instance variables. And instance variables where we can declare in the sense inside the constructor by using self variable, inside the instance method by using self variable, and outside of the class by using object reference variable. And next, uh, instance variables, instance variables, for instance variable for any number of objects we can able to create a class, and each and every object will maintain a separate copy of instance variables. Each and every object will maintain a separate copy of instance variable, and if you modify or delete instance variable of one copy of the object, that will not affect or that will not be modify other copy of object. So that also we discussed already here. Here you can see T1, T2, two object references are there. T1 will maintain separate copy of instance variable. T2 will maintain separate copy of instance variable. And we were changed the data in T1 copy. So T1 dot A value 33. So instead of 10, 33 will be affected on T1 copy, and T2 copy we were not changed. So T2 copy will not be affected here. So let's try to execute this. See here in this T1, so only instead of 10 we got 33, but here T2 10 only there. So that is instance variables. Any number of objects we created to class, that many copies of instance variables will be created. If one of the copy is modified or deleted, it won't affect other copy. That is instance variable I told. Next, coming to the thing, static variables. Next, other type of variables is static variables. Let's discuss about static variables. Static variables. These variables are called what level variables? Class level variables. Class level variables, we can say that. So static variable means what? If the value of the variable, if the value of the variable is not varied from object to object, then such type of variables we should declare we should declare directly inside the class, but outside of the methods. So these variables these variables these variables are called static variables, we can say that. Static variables. If the value of the variable is not varied from object to object, then such type of variables we should declare directly inside the class, but outside the methods. Yes, we have a class. In the class we have some methods also. Outside of the methods we have to declare that variables. These variables are called static variables, we can say that. And what is the difference between static and instance variable means? In for instance variable, for every object a separate copy of instance variables will be created, no? Here for static variable, for total class total class, one copy of of static variable, one copy of static variables will be created. One copy of static variables will be created, and that copy shared by all objects shared by all objects of that class object of that class shared by all object of that class. Only one copy will maintain static variables, and that copy will be shared by all objects of that class only. But instance variable not like that. So every object reference, a separate copy of instance variables will be created. Okay. Next, we can access static variables. Static variables. How to access static variables? Either by using class name or by using object reference variable name. Object reference or by using object reference variable name. Variable object reference variable. So we can access static variables either by using class name or by using object reference name, but recommended is what? Class name actually here. So we can able to recommend a static variable to access with class name only. Okay, class name only. So the main difference between instance variable, static variable, in the sense, in the case of instance variables, for every object a separate copy will be created, but in the case of static variables, for total class, only one copy will be created and shared by every object of that class only. That is static variable here. So how do we access static variables? We can access static variables by using either class name or we can say object reference variable. So let's try to work on it, class variables or static variables we can say. So static variables are class variables. Same class, I'm creating just one class test, it's my class name. So here x equals to 10. It's a static variable because outside of the method inside the class we created. Next we have constructor like def underscore underscore init and self dot y equals to 20. So it is what variable? Instance variable. Why is instance variable? Because I told in instance variables inside the constructor by using self keyword through we can able to access instance variable like y equal to 10, 20. Inside the outside of the methods inside of the class whatever we declare the variable, that variables are called static level variables or class level variables. X is a static variable, y is an instance variable, both I have included. Next, I'm trying to create t1 equals to test. Two references I'm trying to create here. T2 equals to also test, T2 equal to test. Then let's try to print here t1 values, like how it is possible. T1 dot a, sorry, T1 dot x comma T2 dot x, T2 dot x. Then next print T2 references I want to print. So T2 dot x, then T2 dot y. So this is obviously T1 dot x value will come from where? Global, that is what static level, and y values come from where? Inside the constructor, that is what special method it is. So when we execute this, obviously both are same. T1 10, sorry, we are giving T2 dot y here. T1 dot y, yes, it's completely T1 related. Now T1 dot x, T1 dot y, so that is 10 20 10 20, it's correctly given. But what happen if I'm doing like this after printing with class name? I'm trying to access that. Test is my class name, test is my class name, test dot x equals to 99. I'm giving test dot x equal to 99. X was given already what? X value 10, but inside the class, but I'm changing that 99 here. Test dot x, test is a class name dot x. How to access instance variable, so that is sorry, static variable by using class name only. So test dot x equals to 99, and next here I'm trying to do that t1 dot y equals to 33. T1 dot y equal to 33. Again, I'm trying to print these two. So let's try to do that. What happened? So test dot x, in the sense what? It's entered the class level. That entered the copy will be changed. That it will be copy will be changed in the sense x value will be affected on T1 as well as T2. Okay. As I told you that in the static variables for total class, one copy of static variables will be created and that copy shared by all objects of that class. And we can access static variables either by using class name or by using object reference name. So we are trying to change text test.x equals to 99. No, 99 will affect on two copies of the class t1 as well as t2. So obviously here 99, here 99. But coming to that instance variable is what? Y. So why we were changing in win which copy? Only T1 copy. So T1 only will be affected, T2 will not be affected. T2 will be still 20, but T1 value will be 33. So X value 99, here X Y value to what we can say 33, because we are changing only one copy instance variable, and here X value 99 and here it is 20. So this is what instance and static variable differences here. Okay, so T1 value test.x value we are changing 99. So once we change that one copy, that will affect on all objects of that class I told, that is static variable. An instance variable, when we change one copy of the data, that won't affect another copy, that is T1.y only we change, that is what T1 only will affected. T2.y will not be changed because it's still 20 only here. So this is what static variables and class level variables we can say that. And where we can access static variables, actually how to access static variables, just by using class name or by using object reference variable. But various places also we can able to access static variables. Sir, static variables can access only outside of the class? No. So in general we can declare within the class directly, but from outside of the class any method static variables. So what are the various possibilities to access static variables means, inside the constructor by using class name. We can access here also inside the constructor by using class name. Here also we can access. Where we can access here? So test dot by using class name test dot x equals to 10. It's possible inside the constructor by using class name. Okay, no error is there. Next, inside the instance method by using class name. Instance method in the sense we have separate method, for example def m1. So instance method, inside the instance method by using class name we can able to access x value like this, that is global value we can able to access. Print print test.x I'm using, and you can call that m1 method. So how it is possible to call m1 method? Where you want to call, you can call that. So for example, t1.m1 I'm using. So it's going to be print that instance variable is going to be print inside the instance method through also 99. Okay, it is affected here. So inside the instance method we can able to access static variable. Inside the constructor we can able to access static variable by using class name. And inside the class method means the different method that I will show later. Inside the class method, by using what we can say class name through we can able to access, or inside the static method also by using class name. So anywhere we can able to access static variables, but we have to use what? Class name, not only here. So this is static variables nature, and difference is only static variables and instance variable means instance variables will be create a separate copy for every object. Once we modify that one copy or deleted one variable in one copy, that will affect another copy. Whereas static variables not like that. Static variables will maintain only one set of copy of entire the class. So next, coming to the point, local variables. There are three types of variables I said: instance variables, object level variables, static variables, class level variables. And coming to the local variables, that is called method level variables. We can say that local variables, and these are method level variables. Method level. So what is local variables and method level variables? We'll say that these are the generally we can use these kind of variables actually. So according to programmer temporary requirements, we can declare the variables inside a method. We can declare the variables inside the method directly. Then such type of variables are called local variables or temporary variables. We can say that simple. According to programmer requirement, according to programmer according to programmer requirement. So we can declare we can declare we can declare local variables, or we can declare variables inside the method inside the method directly inside the method directly inside the method directly. Then such type of variables are called local or temporary variables, we can say that. temporary according to programmer requirement, we can declare variables inside the method directly, and such type of variables are called local or temporary variables. Local variables will be created at the time of method execution. Yes, local variables will be created at the time of method execution. Local variables will be created at the time of method execution, and these are destroyed when it will be destroyed once method execution completes. These are destroyed once method completes. That means what? As soon as when we execute the method or when we call the method, at that time local variables will be created. So once method is completely execution, then local variables will not be available. Local variables will be created at the time of method execution and destroyed once method will be complete. Method, whenever it will be complete, it will be destroyed. Okay. So these are the general methods actually. So oftenly used variables, that is local variables. So let's try to write one simple program. Class name is test, and we have a method called m1. Then here a value 1000, print a. This is what local variables. So we are not using directly any self keyword, all those things. Directly we can able to use local variables, a value 10. Then def, another method we want to give. So b value 200. Then print what? B. So local variables null. What we can say, these variables cannot access outside of the methods. Yes. So local variables or temporary variables cannot be accessed outside of the method. That's what I told clearly. Local variables are similarly method level variables. Inside the method, whatever the variables we declare, that won't be able to access in outside the methods. Okay, outside the method. So a value 100 we can able to access only inside the method m1. B value 200 we can able to access only inside the method m2. B value cannot be accessed under m1. A value cannot be accessed under m2. Let's try to create object for class t equal to test. After that, t dot m1, then t dot m2, like this. So let's try to execute this. We got output like 100 to 100. What happened whenever I try to print b here? It's not possible because b is not local to the m1. B is local to the m2. So name b is not defined. It's not possible. And here print a. So how it is possible? It's not possible. So print a is also not defined. A is available in what? Local method. So a is not present in the m2 actually here. So local variables of the method cannot be accessed from outside of the method. These are the local variables of a value local variable of m1, b value local variable of m2 cannot access outside of the method clearly here. These are called types of variables. So far whatever we discuss, three types of variables we can able to work on Python object oriented programming classes. One is instance variables, that is object level variables. Another one is static variables, that is local variables. Yes, 100%. I have given already description. No, self variable is the first. Self variable should be first variable of instance method. Self variable should be first variable of what we can say constructor also. Underscore init. Underscore init. Okay. So if we are not going to declare self method, that is called static methods, we can say. Okay, static method. So static method are general utility methods. If we are using self variable, that is called instance method, we can say that. Now I'm talking about that methods only. So types of methods now. We completed types of variables. Now it coming to the types of methods. What kind of methods we can work on object-oriented programming class? What are the types of method? In Python class, there are three types of methods allowed. In Python class, in Python class, three types of methods are allowed. Three types of methods are allowed. One type is instance methods. Instance methods. It's not instance variables, instance method. Another type is class methods. Class methods. Another type is static methods. Static methods, we can say that. Instance methods, class methods, and static methods. These are the three types of methods are there. So what is instance method? First we'll talk about instance method. Instance methods. Instance method. Instance method. Now, see, inside method implementation, 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 if we are using if we are using instance variables, if we are using instance variables, then such type of methods are called instance methods. Instance methods. Such type of variables are called instance method. Inside method implementation, if we are using instance variables, then such type of methods are called instance method. We can say that. Simple. One method is there. In that method, we are using what variables? Instance variables. Then that type of methods are called instance method. Inside method instance method declaration, we have to pass self variable. Inside instance method declaration, inside method declaration, we have to pass what variable? Self variable, we can say that. Self variable. Inside method declaration, we have to pass self variable compulsory. Self. Okay. Within the class, we can call instance method by using self. Inside the class, I'm telling within the class, within the class, within the class, we can call, we can call, within the class, we can call instance method by using self variable, by using self variable. And from outside of the class, and from outside of the class, outside of the class, we can call instance method, we can call instance method, we can call by using what object reference variable, object reference variable. Yes. How to access instance method? Inside the class, we can access instance method by using self. If you want access instance method outside of the class, by using object reference variable, we can say that by using object reference variable. So this is about instance method. Inside method implementation, if we are using instance variables, then such type of methods are called instance methods. Inside instance method declaration, we have to pass what variable? Self variable. And within the class, we can call instance method by using self variable, and out from outside of the class, we can call instance method by using object reference variable. So this is what instance method, we can say that instance method. So now let's show the example of instance method, how it is possible to work on it. Okay, so let's try to do that. Suppose let us consider my class name is what we can say student. Student is my class name, student. So here we have underscore unit, that is what constructor. And now constructor variables, I'm taking m1 and m2, m3 like this, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. So 3 marks I'm using. So self dot self dot m1 equals to m1. Next self dot m2 equals to m2. then self dot m3 equals to m3. This is constructor with parameters. Now we have another method called here. I want to find out the average of the marks. So average and self. This is called instance method. We can say instance method. Whenever we call this instance method, I want to return the result actually here self dot m1 plus self dot m2 plus self dot m3. So then division by 3 because average marks I want to calculate. So inside method implementation, this is average method. Inside method implementation, when we use instance variables, these are the instance variables m1, m2, m3, and this type of methods are called what? Instance method. We can say that instance method. Okay. And this is special method. It is a constructor. Inside the constructor, we can use instance variables only, no matter by using self keyword. Now let's try to create object for student like S1 equals to student. I have to pass some student marks like 45, 67, 89, and S2 equals to another student marks I want to pass like 76 and 54 and 78. So I would like to call method called print. How to call this average method, instance method? So just now I told how to access. Within the class, we can call instance method by using self variable, but outside of the class, we can call by using object reference variable. Here, outside of the class, I'm calling object reference variable is what? S1 dot average. If you want to perform average method for S1 student, S1 object, you can do. Then S2 dot average, S2 dot average I'm using. So let's try to run average marks will be calculated by calling the method called average. So first student average mark is 67.0. Second student average marks is 69.33 like this only. So here what is instance method? This is instance method AVG, we can say that. Okay. So inside method implementation, when we use instance variables, then such type of variables we can call such type of methods are called instance method. Inside instance method declaration, we have to pass what? Self variable. Inside instance method declaration, we have to pass self variable. And within the class, we can call instance method by using self variable, but outside of the class, we can call instance method by using object reference variable S1 and S2. So this is what instance method, we can say that. Now, what about class method actually here? So next method is what? Class method only. I'll discuss in this program only class method. What exactly class method? Okay, just wait. Class method. So class methods means what here? What are the class methods actually here? Let's try to work on it. Class methods. Two types of methods are there. One is instance method and class method. Inside method implementation here. Inside method implementation. Inside method implementation. If we are using class variable, if we are using class variables inside method implementation, if we are using class variables means what variables? Static variables. Yes, static variables. Then such type of methods, then such type of methods, we should declare as class method. Such type of method we should declare as class methods. We should declare as class methods only. Inside method implementation, if we are using class variables, that is static variables, then such type of methods we should declare as a class methods only. We can declare class method explicitly. We can declare class methods explicitly. We can declare class method explicitly by using at the rate class method decorator. Yes, there is a decorator concept in Python. So what is decorator? I'll tell you later. But if you want to declare a class method explicitly by using what we have to by using how it is possible, class method decorator through it is possible here. Okay. So for class method we should provide for class method we should provide class variable. Yes, while creating instance variable, inside the instance method declaration, what variable we pass? Self variable. For class method we should provide class variable class variable at the time of declaration, at the time of declaration, at the time of declaration. For the class method, we should provide class variable at the time of declaration. We can call class method by using class name or else object reference variable. We can call class method class method by using class name or we can say reference object reference variable. Anyways, it is possible. Either we can use class name or we can use object reference variable if you want to create, if you want to call the class method. So that is possible. So this is about class method. We'll see practically. So, but class methods are very rarely used methods in Python. But mostly, most of the cases we use instance method and what we can say other type of methods like what we can say different types of methods are there, no, three types of methods only we can use instance method and static methods only. So class methods are very rarely used methods in Python class. Okay, so inside method implementation, if you are using class variables, that is static variables, then such type of method we should declare as a class method. And we can declare class method explicitly by using at the rate of class method decorator. And for class method, we should provide what variable? Class variable. Class variable in the sense what? Actually, the default variable is there, class variable in Python class CLS. CLS is a class variable at the time of method declaration. And we can call class method by using class name or object reference name. We can say that. We can call class method by using class name or object reference name. So already we have a program. So let's try to work on a class method here. Suppose here inside class method, what we can declare only static variables. Static variable means, for example, here I'm using institute. Institute is what Durgasoft. This is what class variable or static variable, because the variables which is declared outside of the methods and inside of the class is called static variable. Inside the inside the method implementation, when we use class variables, that is called we can say class method. So let's try to declare def underscore suppose info is my method name. So inside this I want to return when we call that. So we have to use what variable? CLS variable. CLS dot what is my class static variable? Institute. But is this coming? No, it's not coming. Why it's not coming? To make class method, we use what actually at the rate of class method decorator. So now this time it will become class method. Return CLS is a variable. CLS dot then institute. Yes, in this self we cannot pass, because self is means it is instance method. We have to pass what variable? CLS only. So return CLS dot, so institute is a local static variable here. So this is class variable or static variables. How to access class variable within the class method? By using CLS variable. Inside method implementation, when we use class variables, this method is said to be class method. So to make a method as class method, we have to use explicitly at the rate of class method decorator. Inside the class method, we have to pass a variable called class variable CLS, not self variable. So this method is called what method? Class method. So how do we access class method? Yes, outside of the class by using object reference variable. So how it is possible to access? So try to access like this. Suppose print print uh, class name is what? Student. Class name is what? Student dot what method I'm using? Class method info. So here we are able to access that class method also by outside of the class, that is called Durgasoft. Durgasoft is what variable? Institute is a variable which is class level variables, that is static variable. So this method is said to be class method, we can say that. Okay, when we use class method, whenever we are using only class variables in that method is said to be class method, we can say that. But class method is very rarely used method, and just only static variables access purpose we use class method. But other than this, so no use of class method. But most of the cases oftenly used methods are what method? Only two methods. One is instance method, another one is static method. Now coming to the point, our third method is what? Static method here. Static method. So what is static method? These are general utility methods, and general purpose we can use these methods actually here. Static methods. Static methods. Static methods. So static methods are general utility methods. These are general utility method, general usage methods, we can say that. These are general utility methods. Inside these methods, we cannot inside these methods, inside these methods, we won't give we won't give any self or CLS variables. We won't give any self or CLS variables. Here we won't provide any self or CLS arguments at the time of static method declaration. Okay, static method declaration. We can declare static method explicitly. We can declare static method explicitly. We can declare static method explicitly. We can declare static methods explicitly by using at the rate of static method decorator. Yes, at the rate of static method decorator through we use. So we can declare static method explicitly by using at the rate of static method decorator, and we can access static methods by using class name or object reference name. Both it's possible. We can access static methods by using class name or object reference name through. Yes, it's possible. We can access static methods by using class name or object reference name. So these are the general utility methods. Okay, inside these methods we won't give any self or CLS variables, normal methods, and we can declare static method explicitly by using at the rate of static method decorator. We can access static methods by using class name or object reference name. So it is general utility methods. Let's try to write one simple program about class name. So for example, here my class name is called arithmetic. Just I want to arithmetic operation, I want to do that. So in this class name, def add x comma y I'm using. So no self, nothing, x comma y. These are static methods. To make methods are static, we have to use what? Static method decorator. Then here, what we can say, print sum is just general utility methods. These are sum is x plus y, we can say that. Then here def product, here x comma y, it's also static method. Print product is x into y, we can say that, x into y. This method is at the rate of static method decorator also. So these are what general utility methods and static methods, we can say. And how to access static methods directly by using class name. So how it is possible? Arithmetic or else object reference variables also we can create. A equals to AR arithmetic class object creation. Then after object creation, what we need to do? So we have to access by using is that by using class name is possible directly arithmetic dot add? Yes, it's possible. No need to use. Suppose 2 and 3, it's some operations. And arithmetic dot what we can say, product 4 and 5. So it's correctly access. You can see arithmetic class through we can access, or else we can access by using object through. A equals to arithmetic, it's object reference. Then we can a dot add we can call, and a dot product also we can call object reference. These are what general utility methods and static methods, we can say that. So these are all types of methods what we completed. Okay, so this is about types of methods and types of variables in Python. So in next session we will discuss how to access one class members into other class, and what is inner classes, and how to work on different classes. Then after that we'll start with object oriented features like encapsulation and polymorphism, abstraction, and inheritance, types of inheritance in detail. But if you know, if you understand clearly these types of variables and types of methods, then that are possible to discuss very easily in Python object oriented features. Okay, so that's what I'm telling. So these are the types of variables and types of methods actually here. So once you understand these types of variables and types of method, maximum you can able to understand in other concept like any feature of object oriented, no matter it is. So that will be discussed in tomorrow. So see you tomorrow at same time.
Uh,
Yeah, tell me.
can you upload the video by noon or before that?
Yeah, sure. By afternoon only I'll do.
Okay. And also, can you provide some examples, some
Can-
programs?
Yes, I have given document, no complete document. Did I give?
Complete document. I don't remember.
No. Complete Python document you didn't receive so far.
I really don't remember. Maybe I might have received.
Okay. I'll send that, no problem for all of you. My complete document in that everything is there, examples with practical things all.
Okay.
And
So we want some
tomorrow.
programs to practice. Actually.
Okay. You are asking questions only. You're asking questions. Some example programs questions. If I'm giving
Correct.
questions,
Correct.
you will do some answers. Okay. We'll try that. Tomorrow we have a class.
How about Sunday?
Sunday is not there. Only Saturday. Up to Saturday. Tomorrow Saturday, no.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.